Okay, so for today, I am creating the family home for the Looking Glass in 2050. I'm going to generate a 360-degree panorama first and think of it like building a virtual movie set. And once I have that environment locked, I can move the camera around the house and hopefully everything stays consistent. So the goal is for 2050 to feel futuristic and but still feel like a real family actually lives here. So let's build the house. First, I'll start with various generations that I created. They kind of all look the same. Love the look and feel, but at the same time, it just does not seem as realistic, futuristic as it could be. We've got a couple flying cars in there. There's solar panels, greenery. The sky is more so clear in terms of lack of pollution. We don't have any telephone pole wires. My goal is to try to get it close to Hermosa and Manhattan Beach. Here are the various generations. And then also, let me just give you a quick look as to what I've been working on. There's a lot of character generation that I've been working on, and then also trying to seal the deal on locking in the artwork and who the characters are, what they're wearing, what is it about them in terms of character technical specs that need to stay consistent across the board. Obviously, the name, age, the physical appearance, body type, personality, movement style, and so forth, the voice, wardrobe, all that good stuff. So that's what I've been busy working on lately. And we're moving into the house. I took all three top picks and generated a 360 that combined them. What I didn't like is that it just looks not so realistic. If you zoom into it, it looks very pixelated and undefined. So I took that one out, jumped over to the next one where I only put one inside of here. And then also I wanted to get our little sassy character going. She has her own little description, the various angles so that we can be consistent. We put sassy in here and we put the house of choice in here. It still kind of looks like just an everyday house. Looking out towards the left side, you'd see Hermosa. Towards the right side, you would see Manhattan, which we're missing the pier there. The next step was let's put a flying car in there just to make it a little bit more high tech. And this is what it generated, which I wasn't too happy with because 2050, I don't really want to be in a vehicle that is almost as big as my house. So I was thinking go back and create the actual car that we would want, the flying car version and the driving car version. And then we created our spec sheet. Everything's square. So I wanted to make it a little bit more modern. And this is where I ended up more rounded, a bit more modern looking. Still wanted to keep the warmth and the realism so that it's more believable, but we're still missing that Manhattan Beach pier. So what I want to do now, I already prepped the prompt for the Manhattan Beach pier. Click on the generator. And while we're waiting, I'm going to give you a quick view of the other parts of the house. And I generated a few different rooms. Also worked on a 360 first shot of her.
Hi, Baron, Mom, Dad, Rosie, Sassy, and S2.
Okay, so I wanted to generate the 360 burst shot so that we can have consistency from all angles and then also in terms of the voice. And then in her room, I noticed that generating it from an image like this, you're kind of missing out on half the room and you don't know what you're going to get if you continue to make generations. So I created one specific 360 image. You zoom in, you can see it shows one side of the room, the front view, and then you go over to the right side of the room. So I have to create the back end of the room. The kitchen. First, I created this image with the system, but then I wanted family sitting down at breakfast time. This one just didn't seem like it was the same room right here. So then I brought it into a 360 generator, and you can see here how we have the full room. Now we can have different shots from different areas of the kitchen. Let's see if our generation came on. Okay, so That's kind of a fail. It didn't work. So this is what I'm going to be working on. It's July 29th. I really wanted to be done by the 30th, but that was asking too much within a 2 week time span. So I believe I might have to go all the way to the deadline in order to get this submitted, but I will be working on this and posting about it, and I will finish it no matter what.